for a better Uganda. It is the equalizer where every citizen, regardless of social, economic, political background or status, possesses the same weight in shaping the course of our country. Use your right. Exert your power by participating in all stages of the general public elections to get the leader you deserve. UBC, inspiring Uganda. Are you a Ugandan of 18 years of age and above? The General Election 2025-26 is your opportunity to choose your local and national leaders and representatives. Be ready and equipped to effectively choose the leaders you want for a better future. If you don't vote, other people will choose for you the people to lead and represent you. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Don't miss UBC Radio Ground Zero every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We host credible and relevant guests to discuss pertinent issues of national importance aimed at addressing people's concerns. UBC Radio Ground Zero, right here on UBC Radio.
Yes, you're listening to UBC Radio Inspiring Uganda. Welcome to the Ground Zero program, and my name is Liki. I've actually been still sitting for Harmony, who is still away, but I think very soon he'll be able to join us, of course, here to run and also take charge of the program. But today's edition is very incredible. As all of you do know that Chan is just a few hours away from now. This is going to be the deepest conversation that we'll be able to have for you today. And get ready to talk to us, to get ready to be in touch with us. The numbers to call is very simple. 0776 511 426. And I want to just ask you a question. If I may ask you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah? How prepared are you as a fan to watch the Chan 2024? Tanzania, Burkina Faso are bracing for the historic opener, and we are actually going to be discussing the grand opening of Chan 2024. How prepared are you? How prepared is the Uganda Cranes? How prepared is everybody for Chan? Have you gotten the information already? Do you know what it takes to have the tickets? Do you know what is going on? I'll be able to have some pundits here, some sports analysts to actually join us this morning. One is Mr. Katumba Ronald, who is also one of us here, a sports journalist, and Mr. Luandaga Michael, who is still on his way coming through. And he says he's a little far, but we expect him to also join us as well. Then Mr. Muine Santos Roni, he's also a sports journalist who is going to be joining us in a short while to talk a little bit about Chan. What is Chan all about? How prepared is Uganda? How prepared is... We've been actually talking about this for quite some time. But for today's edition, it's going to be very interesting, okay? It is basically the grand opening. So I expect you guys to actually stay in touch with us. Always listen to your national radio as we move on with all the programmings. Thank you so much. My name is Liki. Welcome to the Chan 2024, the grand opening happening at UBC Radio Inspiring Uganda. For now, I want to start off, of course, with one of the biggest stories now. The long await is finally over. The Total Energies African Nations Championship Chan 2024 in East Africa gets underway as Tanzania battle Burkina Faso in the opening match at the Benjamin Parker Stadium, Dar es Salaam. And all these actions will be live. Let me have a very, very little break and I'll be right back.
Don't miss UBC Radio Ground Zero every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We host credible and relevant guests to discuss pertinent issues of national importance aimed at addressing people's concerns. UBC Radio Ground Zero, right here on UBC Radio.
So Chan 2024, I was actually talking about the long await, which is finally over. The Total Energies African Nations Championship in East Africa gets underway as Tanzania battle Burkina Faso in the opening match at the Benjamin Parker Stadium, Dar es Salaam. And the Group B opener will actually be preceded by an opening ceremony to showcase what East Africa is actually made up, of course, with the maiden major continental tournament in the region. Hamid Morocco Suleiman is the Taifa Stars coach. Hamid Morocco Sulaiman, the Taifa Stars coach, believes playing at home gives them a very good advantage and will actually do it all. They will actually do all it takes to actually start well in the front of the fans. Now, what he said yesterday, I was actually watching him live on X. He says we've prepared thoroughly for CHAN 2024, and playing at home in front of their passionate fans will actually definitely give them a very good edge. And he told journalists during the pre-match press conference. And of course, his goalkeeper Aishi Manula echoed the sentiment as well. We are ready. We have actually worked hard in the camp, and also the boys are actually very hungry, and we want to give the country something to smile. So for Burkina Faso head coach, that is Issa Balbon, believes his side has what it takes to also surprise the host, I'm telling you. So we've actually drawn a strength from previous tournaments. We've actually corrected our mistakes, and also our ambitions is very clear. To go beyond the group stage is something that they really want to do, and the host will actually rely on the Simba young stars, young African stars, including Clement Msize, Manula, Hussein Mohammed, Ibrahim Baka, Dixon Job, Azam midfield, Jem Faisal, Suleiman, Salum Alias, Feito Toto. And also after the opening match on Saturday in Dar es Salaam, which is today, CHAN would spread across the co-host Kenya and Uganda on Sunday and Monday respectively. So match officials, of course, Algerian referee Lofi Bakwasa will actually take center stage as he officiates the match, and joining him on the field are his compatriot Adel Alben from Algeria, as well as assistant referee. We'll have Wiel Hanachi from Tunisia, and assistant referee will also have Hussam Benyanya. These names are very rare, man. Also from Algeria, will actually serve as the fourth official. So the video assistant referee as well, duties will be led by Lalou Ben Braham of Algeria, with Ancona Makalima of South Africa appointed as the assistant VAR. So kickoff Saturday is the 2nd of August today, and Benjamin Parker National Stadium, Dar es Salaam, must be very, very massive right now. I think it's 10 a.m. I need to check out the numbers. I need to check out what the internet really has for us in terms of that. But for now, the grand opening of CHAN 2024 is up on your national radio. 98 FM is Kampala's, 99.4 is Leros, 97.4 happens to be a Roa's frequency, and my name is Licky. I'll be able to take you through. Our guys actually on their way coming through. Make sure you stay with us. The Ground Zero Season 2 will be right back.
This is Ground Zero Season 2. Stay tuned. We shall be right back. Welcome to Ground Zero Season 2, a show that brings you in-depth discussion ranging from politics, health, finance, sports, and so much more. Ground Zero Season 2.
Don't miss UBC Radio Ground Zero every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We host credible and relevant guests to discuss pertinent issues of national importance aimed at addressing people's concerns. UBC Radio Ground Zero, right here on UBC Radio.
Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SIGs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders. June through August. From village to parish to district to nationals. Youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time, go vote your leaders. No! FOB! Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
The Education Forum program. Education Forum, a platform for trends and developments in the education sector. We are your reference and reliable source of information. The Education Forum, right here on UBC Radio, inspiring Uganda.
As an adult Ugandan, it is your responsibility and right to have a say on important issues of national development through regular election of our leaders. The Election Roadmap 2025-26 is here. Take up your patriotic duty as a citizen by participating in all stages of the electoral processes for the general elections 2025-26. Act now, because every vote matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda. Do you know the Bible from cover to cover? From Genesis to Revelations? What of studying it systematically? A great opportunity is here. Living Waters Ministry Uganda and Champions Evangelistic Ministries International brings you Through the Bible radio program, teaching the entire Word of God. Join us every Monday to Friday, 12:30 to 1 p.m. as we bring you an in-depth teaching of the whole Word of God. Only on UBC Radio, UBC West Mpikahona, and UBC Butebo. For details, call us on 0780-158-788 or 0755-066-786. You can also WhatsApp us on +256 783 166 522.
Welcome back. Ground Zero Season 2 continues.
Welcome to the grand opening of Chan 2024. Nambole is top shape ahead of the Monday opener. We have a very good coverage right here in terms of that, and I would love you guys to also listen to this coverage that we have. So all is set for the upcoming Chan tournament due to take place at the Nelson Mandela National Stadium in Okiso District. Now, Dan Gidega, head of spectators at the stadium, says all seats in the stadium are actually in a very good state for the fans to sit comfortably while they watch their stars on the cranes exhibit their football skills in the competition. Let's have this coverage and we'll be right back.
CAF flags are already flying high at Mandela National Stadium and indicator that all is set for the Chan tournament. Watering of the pitch was the order of the day. Last preps for the state of Nambole National Stadium ahead of the Chan tournament are upbeat. The head of spectators at Nambole Stadium, Dan Chidega, says all seats are in perfect condition.
We are set to make sure the funds for this Chan is maximum. We are going to facilitate the process of fun zones in Kampala and outside Kampala. We would like all Ugandans to enjoy the Chan tournament. In Nambole here, we are going to have a fun park where we shall be entertaining our fans and spectators. And I would like to appeal to Ugandans to come and fill the stadium in big numbers.
FUFA events manager Ronald Kalima explained that everything has been put in place and called on Ugandans to turn up in big numbers as the cranes lift the national flag.
Uganda is very, very ready. Like we told the country, we were dreaming to have this, but it's now here. Come Monday next week on the 4th, we will be having our first two games. One between Niger and Guinea, and then the Uganda Cranes versus Algeria. Both matches are at 10,000 ordinary, then we have a ticket of 30 and then 50. But as we speak, two nations are already in the country, that is Guinea and Niger, and then Algeria is on the way. We'll be receiving it maybe tomorrow. In terms of accommodation, teams are okay, including the Uganda Cranes, which is at Fufa Hotel. But also the other teams are in hotels around Kampala. We are here in the stadium trying to make all the event operations staff ready. The TV production is being done. They're installing everything to do with TV. We have the media also handling their tent. We have everything that we are organizing for the country. Now for those people who are ready to come and watch, we encourage them to come as early as midday because gates will be open by that time. And then the public has been asking, how do we get the tickets? The tickets are on the CAF website. When you go to caftickets.com, you'll find the ticket. It is just 10,000, but you can use your mobile money and have your ticket.
The Niger vs Guinea game opens proceedings at Nambole in a 5 p.m. kickoff, with Uganda vs Algeria to start under the floodlights at 8 p.m. Ugandan time. The tournament opens on Saturday with Tanzania hosting Burkina Faso. Kenya, DR Congo, Morocco and South Africa are among the 19 teams in the competition. Reporting for BBC TV, Helen Barbara, Gizamba.
Thank you, Helen, for that very good coverage right there. That is what we need to be knowing about CHAN when it comes to us. Uganda getting ready for the tournament. Like I told you before, Tanzania is actually gearing for a very big inaugural tournament. Of course, they will be able to play Burkina Faso. Like I said before, man, it's going to be a very, very intense game. And I know that we will be able to really catch out the games very soon, like a couple of hours to come, and you guys will be able to get a glimpse of what we really do have as the national broadcaster. Yeah. Away from that, I need to take you through, of course, in the East African region. I have some clips that I need to share with you. First is about the Kasarani Stadium, the look itself. I picked up this video. I needed to share it with you, and I give you a little bit of that info that is happening in Kenya. Apparently, the Kasarani Stadium its new look just a couple of hours towards the CHAN tournament. I'm telling you, and this is a coverage I actually came across through the KBC, the Kenyan Broadcasting Corporation, that actually shared this video, and we don't actually own it, but for purposes of information and sharing great content that gives you in-depth feeling of the CHAN. This is what you need to know about Kenya, the journey to CHAN, and the last time Kenya held an event of CHAN magnitude was actually in 1987. All the African games, yeah? So you need to check this out.
At the changing rooms of the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. Remember, we've been counting months, we've been counting days since the 16th of September, when Patrice Motsepe, president of CAF, launched and said that Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, through their East African Pamoja bid, will be hosting the African Nations Championships. Remember, the first game will pit tomorrow Tanzania with Burkina Faso. Then later, Kenya will be hosting Democratic Republic of Congo. And now, how prepared are we? As you can see, the standards, the walls are very well branded ahead of the tournament. And as you can see, these are the players' changing room. Remember, these are the host team or the home team changing rooms. Let's see, come with me and let's see what is in the changing room. And as you can see, wow. The Kenyan Sports Ministry and the local organizing committee have really worked hard. As you can see, look at the wardrobes. They are sweet, they're looking amazing. And as you can see, each wardrobe has a switch, has a power switch cable. Look at the seats. As you can see, they are as comfortable as possible. And apart from that, we can see that there are safe boxes where a player will put his valuables, and they will always be secure in there for all the 90 minutes each team will be playing. Look at the shelves. As you can see, before the announcement of the bid, CAF had come and inspected the stadiums and said that the stadiums are not fit and they are not qualified for the standards of CAF. And therefore, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, even Nambole Stadium was affected. Benjamin Mkapa Stadium was also to get some rise in their stadiums. From then, we to the tactical room. This is where the players and the coach always come here. Then the coach will give instructions. As you can see, this is a coach tactical board, very ready for CHAN. And as you can see, even we have individual tactical boards where a coach or any person will just be guided on how the games, on where to improve in as a player. So we can say it's all systems go ahead of the African Nations Championship. And Kenya is ready. For those who cannot come and watch in large numbers in the stadiums, when the tickets are maybe sold out, they can watch all the action on KBC Channel 1, because CHAN Eco KBC. For now, we're going to take a short break. Don't go too far.
There you go. That is Kenya Broadcasting Corporation trying to give us what it feels like to be part of Chad in Kenya. And earlier on, we gave you a very clear report about what's on for Uganda. And we still have a lot to share with you in line with that. Like I said before, I'll be able to be joined later on, of course. I'm still in touch with these guys. Some of them are still on the way, coming through. I have Ronnie Santos Mwine, who's also going to be joining us soon. We also have Mr. Katumba Ronald, who is also a sports journalist, joining us very soon. Luandaga Michael, another sports analyst as well, who's going to be joining us to discuss much more about what we have in store, the grand opening of Chan 2024. And my name is Licky. I'll be able to host. Now, for you as a fan, if I may ask, how prepared are you? Of course, what could be some of the challenges you have right now in accessing buying of the tickets? Do you think you have any thoughts about the Chan, and do you think the messages have actually reached you already? Give me a call on 0776 511 426. I'll be able to pick up all the calls from the second hour. Please get ready and just sit next to your radio and give us your thoughts that you have about this tournament that we are going to duly be hosting come Monday as the official opener. Now, Tanzania, like I said before, will actually kick off the 2024 Chan tournament with a very good home against a home match against Burkina Faso. What do you need to know about this clash? Now, the wait is over as Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda get a very good test of what it feels to also host the continental tournament, of course, with the 2024 African Nations Championship and kicking off today. Tanzania will actually host the opening ceremony before the first match kicks off on this very day night between the Taifa Stars and Burkina Faso, and there is a great hope that they will actually be off to a winning start. The Benjamin Parker Stadium is in Dar es Salaam, as Dar es Salaam will actually be the place to be, as Tanzania opening their campaign against the Stallions, who pose a very great danger to their ambitions as well. And that's a very good one. Now, this is the second meeting between Tanzania and Burkina Faso. That is what you need to know. After they actually faced off in the Mapinduzi Cup in Zanzibar in January 2025, when the Stallions actually won 2-0 on the coast, will actually be looking to make a very good amends this time round. So Tanzania are actually landing on hope, so on very good home support, as well as their aggression, and also pressing, of course, while the Burkina Faso, or maybe Burkina Faso team, or Burkinabe, are actually known for their physicality and pace on the break, offering a very good contrasting style in the opening match. So, according to Tanzania's goalkeeper Aishi Manula, like I said before, he says they are ready. They've actually worked very hard in the camp, and the boys are actually very hungry. They want to give the country something to smile. And, of course, with Mauritania, Madagascar, and Central African Republic also in the group, both sides actually know the importance of starting strongly and starting a very good one. So, Burkina Faso defender Patrick Malo as well shared the thought, says they carry the responsibility of their league and country. This is their chance to show what Burkina Faso fans of football is actually all about. They are ready to fight. That is what the defender actually talked about. So, time and where to watch Tanzania Burkina Faso? Well, the match will actually kick off at 8 p.m. at the Benjamin Parker Stadium in Dar es Salaam, and the games will actually be live on KBC. KCB is a bank. Come on. The games will be live on KBC TV Kenya and TBC Tanzania and UBC Uganda for free to air. Yes, for pay TV, Super Sport and Azam TV will actually serve Kenyans, Azam TV in Tanzania, and Fufa TV for Ugandans, with actions brought to fans in their local languages and formats. That is what you need to know. So, Chan 2024, how to access Kasarani Nyayo Stadium is another thing that I'll be able to share with you. So many Kenyans must have actually traveled back to Kenya to see their grand opening, and we'll be able to give you details on how fans will access Kasarani Nyayo Stadium during the Chan 2024, including kicking time, tickets, rules and gates, and road changes as well. In Uganda, we also have a lot more to share with you when it comes to rules and regulations on what to do and what not to do during the matches, and how you can actually have access to the tickets. Yesterday, we had a conversation with one of our pundits, okay, of course, one of the best commentators in Uganda, that is Peter Tai. He calls himself what? The product of 1982. Yeah, you know what he said. He said a lot about the ticketing. He said a lot about the preparations. He said a lot about the teams. So we'll be able to have, again, much more in line with that. For now, keep listening to UBC Radio Inspiring Uganda. It is 10:30 a.m. I want us to have a break and I'll be right back. I am still alone. I'm expecting more guys to come in, of course, and join me into this conversation as we look at the grand opening of CHAN in the East African region, where Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya are actually co-hosting this event. Very, very beautiful. Let's have a break and I'll be right back.
This is season. Welcome to Euro Season 2, a show that brings you in-depth discussion ranging from politics, health, finance, sports, and so much more. Ground Zero Season 2. Every Saturday, UBC Radio broadcasts the Information Hub, your one-stop dial radio show. Join us to learn and know more information about innovations, research, and developments. The Information Hub, knowledge is power, on UBC Radio, inspiring Uganda.
At UBC Radio, all our radio network across the country is committed to inform, entertain, educate and guide for national transformation.
On radio, UBC should set its own example. Leka bano abatafa ku bantu baffe bagumaza ndowooza Muganda kitwa kugumaza, to divert people. Let our own UBC bring programs to educate the people so that abagala kugumaza babeereyo bagumaza. They can advise, guide, and people in time will judge the one who is their friend and who is just using them.
Tune into UBC Radios for credible socio-economic programs. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
A family is a group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit. Sometimes, this unit extends beyond the nuclear family to include relatives and grandparents. Every Tuesday night at 10:15 p.m., UBC Radio brings you The Family, a radio show that navigates through family affairs for peace, harmony, and unity. Here on UBC Radio, inspiring Uganda. UBC Radio brings to you the Timeline Radio Show, the space for civic and political rights for Ugandans. Tune in every Monday night at 10:15 p.m. to know your obligation in society as a citizen. UBC Radio, inspiring Uganda.
It's hot.
We passed it. We didn't know exactly what the problem was on the ground. There is no pretending about the effect of this thing. There's no pretending about it. Nobody should. It's a problem.
It's balanced.
This is not the stage at which you start planning to tax a commodity like coffee, especially from down there.
It's intellectually engaging.
The Constitution provides that the land must be registered under the customer tenure system, which is one of those that's recognized by the Constitution.
Ground Zero Season 2, live and syndicated on your public and national broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
You're listening to UBC Radio Inspiring Uganda. We'll be back. This is still Ground Zero 2025 edition, the 2nd of August, and we have a very good conversation here is about CHAN, the grand opening, of course, taking place in the all of the the East African countries here. And today's edition is going to be it's going to be very interesting, where we see Tanzania taking the lead. But yeah, I wanted to take you through, guys. Of course, there's a very interesting clip I watched yesterday evening towards a glimpse of study across the East African region. And the African Nations Championship will actually be played in 4 countries across the 3 countries beginning on the 2nd of August. This is a clip I actually picked from Citizen TV. They shared a very interesting conversation in terms of CHAN 2024 tickets is going online and no ticket sale on the match days as well. So I'm telling you, it's quite interesting stuff that we need to be knowing as a country. Let's listen to this.
Now, the African Nations Championship will be played in 4 stadiums across 3 countries beginning on the 2nd of August. Our sports editor Michael Kenye takes us through the 4 venues and the matches that will be played in those particular venues. Mike?
Thank you very much, Sam Gituku. On our CHAN 101 today, we'll be looking at the stadiums that will be hosting this tournament, starting with the stadiums in Kenya. And we start with the Moi International Sports Center Kasarani, which is a 55,000-seater, and it will host 7 matches in total. That includes 3 group matches. That one will be 4 group matches that Kenya will be playing, and Kenya versus DRC will be the first game that will be played there, including 5 other matches, 1 more that will not involve Kenya. And what are these other stadiums? The other next stadium at Kasarani as well will have 1 quarterfinal match, and then the finals on the 30th of August. So quarterfinals and the finals are the games that will be played there. Then Nyayo National Stadium, which has been scaled down to 18,000 capacity, 5 group matches will be played there, and these are all Group A games, and then 1 Group D match will also be played at this particular stadium. The next stadium that we're looking at is Uganda's Nelson Mandela Stadium, also known as the Nambole Stadium, 45,000-seater, and 9 Group B matches will be played there, including 4 double headers. Those double headers mean that on 4 match days, there'll be 2 games being played at the same time in this particular stadium. Then, at the same Nambole Stadium, 1 quarterfinal match will be played there, 1 semi-final match will be played there, and the 3rd place playoff match. So other than the group matches, they will have 3 matches being played there. We move on over to Tanzania at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Dar es Salaam. 9 Group B matches will be played here, including 1 Group D match as well, a quarterfinal match and a semi-final match at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. The last stadium that we'll be looking at is the Zanzibar's Aman Stadium, 15,000-seater. It was not part of the plans, but because Nyayo National Stadium did not have enough training pitches around it, this stadium was given the nod to host 5 Group D matches, 1 Group B match, 2 double headers again. 2 match days will have 2 matches being played at the same one after the other one. Then 1 quarterfinal match. So all stadiums will host a quarterfinal match. Looking at the groups that we have, Kenya will be in Group A alongside Angola, Congo DRC, Morocco, as well as Zambia. And in Group B, we will have Burkina Faso, Central African Republic, Madagascar, Mauritania, and Tanzania. If we hold it there just a little bit, we'll explain why this one is important, because if Kenya finish top of Group A and Tanzania finish second in Group B, then Kenya versus Tanzania quarterfinal match will be at Kasarani. If Kenya finish second in Group A, Tanzania top Group B, then they meet in the quarterfinal, and that will be played in Tanzania. So Group B, Burkina Faso, Central African Republic, Madagascar, Mauritania, and host Tanzania. Group C, where Uganda is, Uganda will be in the same group with Algeria, Guinea, Niger, and South Africa. And finally, Group D that will be playing at the Amman Stadium, they will have Congo, Nigeria, Senegal, and Sudan. So those are the groups that will be there. Looking at our national team, on the final day, on the deadline day yesterday for submitting the teams, every team was supposed to submit their teams. And you see, these are the Kenyan matches. They start off with Kenya versus DRC, Sunday the 3rd, and then the next match will be 3 days later playing Angola at the same venue, which is Kasarani Stadium. Then the next match will be against Morocco, I believe, and this one will be at Kasarani as well. Then the last match that Kenya will play, I believe, will be against Zambia, and this will be on the 17th, the next Sunday, at the same venue, Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. So the team that was named, this is a team that was named the final squad: Farouk Shikalo in goal, Daniel Sakari, Abud Omar, Alfonso Mija, Sylvester Wino, going all the way to Boniface Mushiri, Austin Odhiambo. That's the squad that will be played. Earlier today, we had former coaches and former internationals in studio with Rashid Abdallah on Semana Citizen, and the coaches, that is Musa Otieno, Pamzo Molo, as well as they had former AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia goalkeeper Matthew Otomax Owino, and they say that Harambee Stars, most likely from the squad that has been picked, they will be playing a 4-3-3 kind of system. And that 4-3-3 system, this is how they put up the lineup. Farouk Shikalo in goal, Daniel Sakari on the right-hand side, Abud Omar on the left, Alfonso Mija as well as Sylvester Owino in central defense. Then Austin Odiambo on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, in the midfield, they will have Alpha Onyango. Then we'll have Marvin Nabwire in the hole there. Then on the right-hand side of the attack, they will have Masood Juma, who has recently come back to the national team. We'll have Felix Ochieng also as the main striker, as well as Boniface Mushiri, the soldier, playing on the left-hand side. I believe I've picked all the players that were picked by this team. Let's see what the coaches will pick for the first game against DRC on Sunday, the 3rd of August. Back to you, Sam Gituku.
Yes, that is Kenya for you. Of course, that is a very interesting clip that I needed to share with you as well, as we continue giving you much more, of course, about the CHAN happening in the East African region. You need to know a lot that is going on right there. Now, yesterday, our former goalkeeper Onyango and Wanyama plus Ngasa were actually the guys that unveiled the CAF CHAN trophy, and that was a very interesting stuff. Football legends, one legend known as Dennis Onyango from Uganda, Victor Wanyama from Kenya, and Mrishon Sangaza from Tanzania unveiled the newly trophy for the Total Energies CAF African Nations Championship Pamoja 2024. Now, the Confederation of African de Football, or CAF, picked on to the 3 of the continental most celebrated football icons, and the announcement actually comes ahead of the tournament, which was much anticipated kickoff, of course, with the Total Energies CAF CHAN Pamoja 2024 set to be co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania from the 2nd, which is today. And the 3 legends actually lent their presence and also prestige to a special video released to mark the occasion, underscoring the significance of the trophy and also its alignment, of course, with the values of African football. So the video and also the photo shoots took place besides Africa's largest freshwater body, that is Lake Victoria. Apparently, Lake Victoria is actually shared by all the 3 East African countries, and you all know that Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. For the first time in the history of the competition, 3 countries will co-host the event. And the official opening match will actually be between Tanzania and Burkina Faso at the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam City on the 2nd. I told you that Uganda's opening match will actually come on Monday. And our next hour, we'll have a very huge conversation about that. The 4th of August against Algeria at the Mandela National Stadium, Nambole. And CHAN 2024 is a dress rehearsal to tournament for Kenya, Tanzania, and Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda prior to the 2024 AFCON Championship. And that is what you need to be knowing. And of course, we'll be able to give you some details in that. But I actually got to know, we all know that Team Algeria is in the country. Last couple of days, the national football team of Algeria for the home-based players arrived in Uganda for the belated CHAN 2024, and they're traveling aboard Ethiopia Airlines. And traveling aboard the Ethiopian Airlines, the delegation actually reached Entebbe International Airport at 7:30 p.m. and also were taken through all the necessary immigration processes before cracking in. And amid drumming and also dancing by the crane performers, the visitors actually were received by the FUFA second vice president, that is Dr. Talibu Azza, who actually was flanked by the other members of the local organizing committee. And in sheer spirit of the patriotism, she says the welcoming entourage had actually the ambassador of Algeria to Uganda, His Excellency Amokrain Murad. And His Excellency Amokrain commended the level of hospitality accorded to his countrymen by the Ugandans, and he was very happy. And the Algerian delegation checked into their waiting bus before they were actually driven to Golden Tulip Hotel, where they will actually be accommodated. Algeria joins Niger and Guinea, the 2 first visiting countries in Group C to come to Uganda. South Africa is expected to actually arrive tomorrow. Group C has host Uganda, Niger, Algeria, South Africa, and Guinea, all accommodated, of course, in the Kampala city as well. And Algeria faces Uganda on Monday, 4th of August, at the National Stadium Mandela, Nambole under floodlights at 8 p.m. kickoff. And this will actually be the second game on the day after Niger's opening against Guinea at 5 p.m. And this is the first time that the three countries, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, are actually co-hosting the CHAN Championship. Of course, CHAN only accommodates players who play in the domestic league of the participating countries. A total of about 19 countries will actually feature in the 8th edition of this tournament, brought forward, of course, from 2024 to 2025. Major African and also global broadcasters, of course, will beam the matches live for the duration of the competition. And the opening fixture between Tanzania, Burkina Faso, scheduled for Saturday the 2nd August, will actually be broadcast live at 20 hours local time, and will actually mark the beginning of a month-long celebration of African football's homegrown talent. And CAF traditional partners like Bain Sports, Channel Plus, New World TV, and IMG will actually headline the list of broadcasters and also rights holders as well. So that is a very key fact that I needed to share with you. Meanwhile, I also have a very great information about the police who are actually going to be ensuring security. We saw them release a very interesting roadmap to the CHAN 2024, and we have some details as well that I'll be able to share with you for now. It is about 15 minutes to 11 a.m. My name is Licky. Of course, I'm still riding solo as I wait for my crews to join into the studios and we discuss much more about the grand opening of CHAN 2024. For now, I want us to have a break and the show continues. Remember, we are actually broadcasting live from 98 FM and also across other sister radio stations as well, listening in. If you are listening in from all around, please get in touch with us on the second hour and we'll be able to have a lot to share with you. For those listening in from West Nile, I expect you guys to have a lot of thoughts on how you can actually have access to these games. And for those listening in from eastern part of the country, central, north, please join the conversation. Lyra, I don't know whether you guys are ready. You should give us the status of Akibwa Stadium. Yes, Akibwa Memorial Stadium. You should give us a very good hint on how so far they've actually progressed in the construction work and all that. We've seen Hoima Stadium coming through as well in a very, very colorful manner. We'll be able to have a lot to do when it comes to promoting local talent. For now, let's have a break.
Ground Zero Season 2. It's hot.
We passed it. We didn't know exactly what the problem was on the ground. There is no pretending about the effect of this thing. There's no pretending about it. Nobody showed. It's a problem.
This is not the stage at which you are planning to tax coffee.
It's intellectual junk.
The Constitution provides that land under the customer senior system must govern.
We broadcast 24/7. Listen to UBC radio shows right here, right now.
The land of Harambe, tunainuka pamoja. Tanzania is ready, nguvu ni moja. Pearl of Africa, welcome everyone.
Now this is the official CHAN 2024 new video reveal that shows our Dennis Onyango teaming up, of course, with the Kenyan and Tanzanian counterparts. Just like I said before, These guys unveiled the trophy. Did you see the video? Onyango, Wanyama and Gasa unveiling the Chan Trophy 2024. This is it. The video is running around, more especially on platforms like YouTube and TikTok.
The land of Harambee, tunainuka pamoja.
Tanzania is ready, nguvu ni moja. Pearl of Africa, welcome everyone.
There you go. I want us to have this for the last time. Come on. It's one of the most interesting videos that you need to really watch and listen carefully.
The land of Harambee, tunainuka pamoja.
Tanzania is ready, nguvu ni moja. Pearl of Africa, welcome everyone.
There you go. A very good morning. We are 9 minutes to 11 a.m. My name is Licky and you're listening to UBC Radio Inspiring Uganda. It is about Chan 2024, the new video reveal. And they also had a very good snippet, of course, about Uganda Cranes training. Come on. This is a very interesting stuff that I also needed to share with you.
I'm really grateful to be someone for this team, and it's a dream. It's a dream come true for me to represent the country. I'm really grateful, and I'm sure the fans and everyone in the country can expect a goal as a striker from me. That can help the team to go far than the group stage.
Pamoja Uganda AFCON 2024. There you go, a glimpse of what Chan covered in for us. There's one striker who said he's going to be scoring some goals for the Uganda Cranes, the national team. Quite interesting. How many players do you know? How many local-based players do you know? If I may ask you that one simple question. Are you well versed with some of the local-based players in Uganda here? The stars that you must be knowing. The plays either for Villa, either for URA. And how many of the clubs are you familiar with? Guys, we need to be knowing our players. Come on. How many are you familiar with? Somebody's already online right now. Good morning.
Licky.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Who's this?
This is the romantic Alur.
The romantic Alur. Where are you calling in from, brother?
I am in, right now I'm in Nile.
You're in Alia.
Yeah.
Talk to us. How prepared are you to watch the CHAN, and what do you expect more from Uganda Cranes team?
With the players, the coach has summoned, I'm well versed. They are going to make us proud.
Okay.
And on Monday, I'm going to be there. I have my ticket ready.
You've bought your ticket. First, tell us how you bought your ticket. So many people are still stuck, and many have actually been calling me, Licky, we are stuck. We have seen this. I've actually been trying to direct them on my WhatsApp. Give us, how did you buy your ticket?
I went to the Google Chrome.
Okay.
Then I entered the website. I just typed the word CHAN.
Okay.
.ug. Then you will see the options are coming there. You will see the Kenya flag, Tanzania flag, Uganda flag.
Okay.
Then for you, since you're in Uganda, you will go the other one for Uganda. Then you select, you will see the games there, and then they will ask you for some beautiful question like the number of tickets. If you want to buy for something like 2 plus 3 people, the ticket category, ordinary or premium, then silver. You select from there. Then they'll ask for your name. You put both your name, sir, and the given name. After that, you enter your phone number. After phone number, you put your email. Then they'll ask you for the method of payment. Are you going to use mobile money, Airtel money, and then plus card cash?
Okay.
So you select. For me, I've used MTN mobile money.
Okay.
So I tapped on the Momo. Then after entering the email, because they will send you the ticket on email, then you download from there.
Okay.
After entering everything, then they sent me the approval, whereby I have to put PIN, mobile money PIN. After putting the mobile money PIN, they sent me a message, my ticket is already reserved.
Your ticket
then
is
they
reserved.
sent the detail on the email. I went to the email, then I downloaded it.
Okay.
There's a promo code you skip, don't even do anything. You just leave it blank like that.
Wow.
That's how I managed to buy my ticket.
So are you aware about the routes that you're supposed to be taking to Nambole, and which gates are you supposed to use for entering?
Yeah, even that one, they indicate in the ticket when you are buying.
Okay.
They'll give you the available gates.
Okay.
With the available tickets.
The wing.
When you are buying, they even tell you that on this gate, this section, let's take for example, me, I've used Northern Gate.
The Northern Gate, okay.
Yeah, so they will even show the number of tickets remaining on a certain section, the available ticket, they even tell you.
Wow.
If they sold or even they are sold out, then they give you another section.
Okay.
That's how they do it.
Okay, now, Romantic Allure, I still want to ask you some questions here.
Yes.
Talk about the stars that you're aware about, of course, in the league and the team that have actually been selected. Who are you familiar with, and what do you think this team can actually do, apparently?
First and foremost, team captain Alan Opelo.
Okay.
Patrick Jonathan Kande. Juno Sentamu. Even this guy called Young Man who plays for Villa.
Okay.
And the other guy, Habat Achai.
Okay.
They really, I'm very contented with them. I think since the locally best players, we are ready to push.
You're ready to push.
And I think this time around, Uganda is going to make history. We are going to come out of the group stages. If things go, we reach up to the semi-final.
Okay.
According to me, because me where I normally pass, these guys of Niger, they train in Jambogo.
Okay.
I always see how they train, then I try to compare with the training of Uganda Cranes. I think we are far much better than them.
Okay.
According to my assessment, I did for the last week.
Did you ever play football before?
Yeah, I'm a football actually.
Thank you so much, the romantic allure. Send your greetings to your friends and encourage them to really go watch the game.
I'm sending to all the Alur people,
Okay.
all the Ugandans, and the entire staff of UBC.
Okay.
Okay, I can tell them, all my friend people, let's go and support our team. The boys are ready, okay, physically fit. They are there to give us proud.
All right.
Thank you.
It is 11 a.m. and this is the right time that I'm actually going to be picking a lot of your calls, yeah? I have no problem with that. Feel free. And after this short break, we'll be right back. Continue listening to UBC Radio Inspiring Uganda.
The land of Harambee, tunainuka pamoja.
Tanzania is ready, nguvu ni moja. Pearl of Africa, welcome everyone.
We passed it. We didn't know exactly what the problem was on the ground. There is no pretending about the effect of this thing. There's no pretending about it. Nobody showed. It's a problem.
This is not the stage at which to tax coffee. The Constitution provides that land under the customer senior system
Don't miss Radio Ground Zero every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We host credible and relevant guests to discuss pertinent issues of national importance aimed at addressing people's concerns. Radio Ground Zero right here on UBC Radio.
We broadcast 24/7. Listen to UBC radio shows right here, right now.
Are you a Ugandan of 18 years of age and above? The General Election 2025-26 is your opportunity to choose your local and national leaders and representatives. Be ready and equipped to effectively choose the leaders you want for a better future. If you don't vote, other people will choose for you the people to lead and represent you. UBC, Inspiring Uganda. As an adult,
a platform for trends and in are you ready for right on Inspiring Uganda? It's hot.
We passed it. We didn't know exactly what the problem was on the ground. There is no pretending about the effect of this thing. There's no pretending about it. Nobody showed. It's a problem.
This is not the stage at which to tax coffee. The Constitution provides that land under the customer senior system
welcome to and so
Yes, good morning and welcome to the Ground Zero program, and we're looking at the official opening, the grand opening of Chan 2024, and I'm here alone yet, and I'm supposed to be, I'm really expecting some of our pundits here, some of our guys, our colleagues we work with here to share much more of their thoughts on the grand opening of the Chan 2024. And looking at, of course, some of the interesting stories that we need to share. Apparently, we'll be able to look into the Group D, an in-depth look at the teams, of course, in Group D. And later on, we'll be able to have a lot to share with you in terms of the unveiling of the trophy, which was actually done yesterday. And Chan has actually been in charge of that. And we saw Onyango, Victor Wanyama, and Gasa from Tanzania, of course, doing that work, and that is a very interesting stuff. Now, of course, yeah, guys, apparently, the Guinea national team have actually been treated to a very warm reception upon arrival in Uganda for Chan, and that's a very big one. The national team of Guinea for the belated Chan 24 tournament arrived in Uganda the wee hours of Friday. Yesterday, the delegation of 45 people comprised players, teams, and officials, and also the media. And the West African touched down at Entebbe International Airport minutes after 2 a.m. and were actually taken through the mandatory immigration process at the Lakeside Airport facility. And FUFA Third Vice President Owek Florence Nachiwala Chiyinji, the executive committee member Agnes Mugena, led the Uganda protocol officials who actually welcomed the team, joined by Mark Namanya, the other members of the Chan 2024 Pamoja Local Organizing Committee Uganda. And according to Nachiwala, she remarked and said, "We welcome our brothers from Guinea, and they are warmly welcome to Uganda, the Pearl of Africa." This is the second team to come for the Chan 2024 tournament after Niger, and we still expect Algeria and South Africa. And an amazing performance from the Crane performance mesmerized the Guinea delegation. So virtually, the usually calm and cold nights of Entebbe International Airport were actually lived. And it was livened up, of course, with the vibrant performance of dancers, drummers, and gorilla-dressed gentlemen. Patrick Oluwapo and Stilt Walker, with an elevated height known as Abdul Katongole, were actually some of the entertainers that we had right there. A member of the Guinea delegation excited many when he danced along, of course, with the Crane's performance before the group was led to the awaiting team bus, tied, of course, under the tight security. And the convoy was actually driven straight to the team hotel, Sheraton, by 4 Points, Kampala, where they will actually be based for the tournament duration. Did you see the videos, though, of the arrival? This is one of the Guinea delegates actually joining the entertainers right there. So I must say, the energy is up. Guinea is actually housed in Group C alongside the host Uganda, Niger, and South Africa, and Algeria. They open up their campaign against Niger on Monday, 4th of August, of course, at the Mandela National Stadium, 5 p.m. And on 8th of August, 2025, Guinea will actually face Uganda Cranes under the floodlights, 8 p.m. Kickoff at Mandela National Stadium. And Guinea will actually then face South Africa on Monday, the 11th of August at Nambole, and wind up their campaign against North Africans Algeria on Friday, the 15th. This is the first time that 3 countries, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, are actually co-hosting the Chan Championship. Chan only accommodates players who actually play in the domestic league of the participating countries. A total of about 19 countries will actually feature in the 8th edition of this tournament, brought forward from the 2024 to 2025 because of some issues and all that. So, guys, make your way through and make sure you go support Uganda Cranes. I'll be right back. We have 10 minutes after 11 a.m. Please, it is the second hour. Please, we can actually have a conversation, one or two. What's your favorite, Uganda Cranes local-based player here in Uganda? And who would you want? Who did you want to be on the team? And how best do you know the Uganda Cranes? Let's just have a formal story with you guys. The phone lines are open already. 0776 511 426 is the number that you can call and talk to us. If you have any challenge about buying tickets, let us know. And if you want to learn more about which road to take, what security guidelines you need to follow, let us know. And how else are you prepared as a fan? And what do you want to see Uganda Cranes do for us? Let's have a break and I'll be right back.
This is Ground Zero Season 2. Stay tuned. We shall be right back. Welcome to Ground Zero Season 2, a show that brings you in-depth discussion ranging from politics, health, finance, sports, and so much more. Ground Zero Season 2.
Independent sound.
UBC has 11 sister radio stations spread throughout the country to educate, inform, and entertain. Tune in to UBC Radio FM 98, your national radio station, Magic 100, where sports and music is our life. 87.5 Star FM in Uganda, 97.4 UBC West covering Western Uganda, 102 Mega FM in Gulu, 97 FM Butebo Radio in Eastern Uganda, 107.0 Buduri FM, 100.5 Ngea FM in Kasese, 98.0 West Nile FM in Arua, Totore Radio FM 90 in Karamoja, and 93.0 Voice of Mundbujo. Now you're covered in your local language. UBC Radios, inspiring Uganda.
Every Saturday, UBC Radio broadcasts the Information Hub, your one-stop dial radio show. Join us to learn and know more information about innovations, research, and developments. The Information Hub, knowledge is power, on UBC Radio, inspiring Uganda.
A family is a group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit. Sometimes, this unit extends beyond the nuclear family to include relatives and grandparents. Every Tuesday night at 10:15 p.m., UBC Radio brings you The Family, a radio show that navigates through family affairs for peace, harmony, and unity. Here on UBC Radio, inspiring Uganda.
Welcome back. Ground Zero Season 2 continues.
A very good morning. You're listening to UBC Radio Inspiring Uganda, and thank you so much for joining us. This is the Ground Zero, and we are talking about the grand opening of the Chan 2024, which was duly supposed to be played that very year, but now it is going to be played in 2025. And Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania actually co-hosting. Earlier on, told you guys to actually give us a call and feel free. We chat about the conversation. Good morning. Hello. Sorry, you can call back on 0776 511 426 is the number you can call and talk to us now. Earlier on checked out, of course, some videos about the Uganda Cranes having a session of training. Good morning.
Yes, Papa. Good morning to you. Good morning to Uganda, East Africa, Africa.
Good morning from the national broadcaster to the roundabout. What is it called?
The best roundabout Busega connected to Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, for total Kenya, Tanzania, East Africa. Busega, the best round. And the best flyover direct to Entebbe Express. You can pick your flight, no problem. Come where, Busega.
Thank you. The official opening of the match for Chan 2024 will be in Tanzania and Burkina Faso. And the National Stadium in Dar es Salaam actually hosting. Now, we have our opening game on Monday, Juma. Yes. How prepared are you as a fan? And what are your expectations, though, from the Uganda Cranes, more especially from the domestic domestic team?
Uganda being one of the hosts and the other two partners countries, Tanzania, Kenya, and it is all pleasure in East Africa at large. I would like to appreciate our government of Uganda for doing hard work in world of sport by bringing infrastructure into a high gear to host this tournament, and we have to give them their privilege that they have done their part. Now, this is the time we have to see from the camp of Uganda that performance which can give appetite for more tournament ahead of us from the fans like Juma, we could say, yes, the procedures of paying for the access to the stadium, it is a little bit not in favor of every fan, because you have to have a smartphone. Then when you have a smartphone, there are links there, you dial here and there, and me like Juma, we have so many Ugandans who love sport, but they don't have smartphone. So meaning, this is being a precursor. And the right one, the big one is coming, Shan 2027. That one, at least they should reduce too much usage of smartphone or digitalization of it, such that all Ugandans who love sports can acquire the stadium freely with that small pay. Now, in Ugandan squad, I feel like Alan Okello can do for us magic. That being a good, he was previously top scorer, Uganda Premier League. So this is the time you want to see more talent in such a person like Alan Okello. And again, he's a captain. He's going to be assisted by some two of the other assistant captain, one assistant captain, two. Lick, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, Alan Okello, you have to make sure now you're a commander. Once you're in the pitch, our strikers, we need to be more clinical enough. We fans, we are giving you vibes from behind the bars there. We are going to be at the shade. We are going to be seeing you physically. Make sure our voices, not to torment you in the pitch, but be clinical enough. This is not the beginning. You have started playing long ago. Number two, football board organizing committees. This is now financing side of it. Make sure our players are motivated enough. Let players to be talked to before entering into the pitch. If any promises comes, when you score these kind of goals, some of members of parliament, they are doing it as also their privilege. No problem. This is the right time. We will not call you a politician. We shall call you that you are a true citizen of this nation, Uganda. Any favor you are going to give, any support you are going to give to the crane, that one is you are giving it to the government of Uganda. And the government is me and you and the other one. Is it okay? So let's try to give that much appetite so that when we reach to Shan itself, African Cup of Nations, our players, they know what to do. So another thing is, we are going to start learning some Abari, Muzuri with our neighboring partners, Kenya and Tanzania, Congo. Yeah, we shall bring other things like Sango Nini, Sango Malamu, Mbote, it's okay. And those other countries which are coming here.
All right.
Let's try being a citizen of this country. We are good at hospitality. Let's be humble. Let's show good character. We are going to boost tourism. Those people, even though when they are not playing, they will be moving around watching these other game parks. They will be moving around looking how beauty. This is motherland called Pearl of Africa, none other than Uganda.
Yes, sir.
Others will be going to Lake Victoria, because Lake Victoria is shared by those three countries, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda. Some of other outside people will be going there for also to boost tourism. So, Rolex people, make sure you stock more ngano. Come to Busega Supreme. The best factory for Supreme is here at the best one about. Shop more carton for them.
I am sending you.
I'm very happy. Thank you very much. I'm happy. Juma is very happy about the chat.
I am sending you the invoice right now for the adverts. Okay, don't worry.
Okay, Papa. Thank you so much. Hello, guys. Greeting to you. Chikomada guys. Greeting to you. Sugar and everything. Thank you so much, Licky.
All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is a very interesting, part of conversation that we needed to have. Many people really will have many difficulties in terms of accessing the stadia because of them not being on a platform like digital platforms. Good morning.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I've come.
Talk to me, please.
So I would like to clarify our brother Juma.
Okay.
His concern was about not everyone is having a smartphone whereby they can try to buy
tickets.
But the thing, these people, they're trying to modernize things. Since I love the word you that it is a precursor to the AFCON, which is going to come in 2027.
Yeah.
So they're trying to digitalize that thing because that machine as a gate. it's also digital.
Yeah, it's a digital machine, yeah.
You can not have a smartphone, but still you can get someone
Who can
who
help
is
you
having
buy?
a smartphone,
Who can purchase for your ticket?
can buy for you the ticket.
Okay.
It is not this thing, it is the car.
It is the CAF, yes.
But still, I know in the next coming events, physical ticket will be there. The problem is me, what I'm trying to appreciate, whatever they try to do, the ticket should be online. Because Ugandans will like faking things.
Yes.
If they bring physical ticket, we shall start faking it.
The
If
NASA road
photocopy,
chaps.
then we fail. Even expensive than even the actual price I put. So this digital online is okay. Me, I'm okay with it. Anyway, I'm sorry for those who doesn't have smartphone. Still, you can get some people who can assist you. Then you go and enjoy the game.
Okay.
Surely we want to run with our boys. They are there for us. Even me, I normally see them training. Actually, for me, I'm a person normally move. I always go to Nile to check on them when they're training. Even these other teams who have just entered the country. We are good to go. Uganda is doing something great. They're cooking things nice for us. We are going to enjoy their product.
Okay.
Thank you one more time.
We are looking forward to a very good game, and thank you so much, man, for always keeping it your national radio. Remember, the number to call is very simple, 0776 511 426. Now, you talked about the training. There was a clip that was actually running, and we also saw Uganda Cranes trying to go ahead with their training, of course, towards the CHAN 2024. And I needed us to share this clip, and then afterwards, we'll be right back. I have a gentleman that I'm going to be talking to in the studios right now concerning CHAN 2024. This is part of the training where we saw a lot going on.
byonna finishing yaffe ku kisaawe defending byonna tubikola bulungi. Ampulira bulungi okubeera wano ku ttiimu nga tugenda mu tournament ey'amaanyi ng'eno. Tageti zange omusambi kusamba bulungi na ttiimu fenafena kusamba bulungi. Kyenyiza basuubiza performance ennungi ku ttiimu nange mwennyini.
Of course, it's a pleasure to represent the nation. I feel happy to be here in the camp. We are prepared. So I feel good to be in the camp. We have worked on our defending, mostly defending and finishing as a team play. So I think we are very ready for Monday.
What do you promise Ugandans?
We promise Ugandans good performance. Of course, we need to qualify to get out of the group stages. We promise Uganda a good performance. We're very ready.
Now, these are some of the selected players who's trying to share with us, of course, in the local dialect and in English, and talking to us about what they have for us. And joining me right now in this very second hour is my colleague Ngobi George, who is one of us right here, and he's a football fan as well. I don't know much about how he knows, more especially the local sports guys that we have in Uganda here. And a couple of days ago, Uganda unveiled a final 25-man squad.
Yes.
For the historic CHAN 2024 campaign. First of all, thank you so much, George, for taking your time coming through to speak about the grand opening of CHAN 2024. Good morning.
Good morning, Blake. It's a pleasure always to have me here and talking about CHAN, which is once in a lifetime tournament. Because I remember at one time Kenya was given an opportunity to host, but it failed.
Yeah.
But the Pamoja thing, I think, has done wonders. And according to how I'm seeing things, although I've not seen the real excitement.
The real excitement among Ugandans?
Among the Ugandans. I've not really felt the excitement around. Maybe because it's CAF organized a tournament.
Yeah.
Probably if it was FUFA handling it, like 80% probably would have felt the excitement around, especially when we have the Cranes going to play. But generally, the grand opening of CHAN, especially to the people, to the people in East Africa. If you look at our neighbors like Tanzania and Kenya, Kasarani is already sold out. I don't know how Uganda is faring, but I've heard that they've sold out. Just imagine. So what about in Tanzania, where they're going to hold the opening ceremony? I know there's a lot of excitement because this is one in a lifetime opportunity. And I'm excited because I've seen the infrastructure. If you look at the stadium, man, they're looking world class.
Yeah, we went for the Rugby Africa Cup, and
yes,
we used the outside pitch, man.
But you can see it's world class.
It was an amazing stuff. Yes,
the playing tough. I hear you can play like 2 games, and the turf remains intact. So it's quite good for East Africa, and I could say it's just a dress rehearsal for the AFCON.
For the AFCON,
yeah.
You commented something about Ugandans actually not being very excited about this. Could it be about some publicity stunts that have actually not been going on very well?
Yes, the publicity has not been there. The other time Parliament actually, in the sitting this week, some MPs raised the same issue. I think it was Honorable Smart Basarira who said that why don't you give out money to radio media to start advertising? Because Chan is only felt in central region like Kampala, but in rural areas actually people don't know about it. So because maybe it's CAF owned, there's not been a lot of publicity. Although it's only on the airport, on Table Road, that's where they've put up some posters about the Chan tournament. But otherwise, it's not feeling the vibe.
Okay. Well, we are also joined by Mwine Santos. Ronnie is in the building here with us. A very good morning, Ronnie. Thank you for taking your time and coming to UBC Radio. And this is the grand opening of Chan, the UBC version of it. Yeah. So good morning, man. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here. And first of all, I want to apologize for coming in a bit late.
Sorry.
The traffic was much, but I'm also grateful that I've been able to make it. It's a pleasure, first of all, to be one of the citizens of this country that is going to be hosting the Continental Tournament. It doesn't usually come this easy. And one of the observational facts I would want to actually put straight is because of the peace and security that we have in the country. Whether you want it or not, if the country is unstable, we will never host such a tournament. So I must appreciate and applaud the security organs, but more also the Chief of Defense, that is His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and his government for sure putting up and ensuring that peace and security is paramount. But also, when you compare to other countries that have actually good chances towards this tournament, and now they have no chances to actually host such a tournament. Chan is a big one, though in my opinion, I don't think we are doing it the right way. You talked about whether people are aware. That is sensitization.
Yeah.
I must say I've been lucky. Maybe I didn't introduce myself before. I'm called Ronnie Santos. You can call me Niwajira Ronald, aka Ronnie Santos. I'm not just a sports journalist, but I'm one of the few FIFA certified agents of football international agents.
Wow.
And I think in Uganda we are only 5. And I am one of the pioneers to get the license, because I got my license in 2014. It was only 2 guys who had the license. That is by then Mujibu Kasure, one of the football legendaries, the owner of Proline Football Academy, former KCC captain, former Chibuli captain, and former Uganda Cranes player. Then another one was the late Tusharu Pereira, former Sports Club Vida manager. Those are the ones that had actually been certified by FIFA as football agents before. Then I became the first person in our generation to have a FIFA license, and since then things have not been really bad. I've been an agent since 2014. So when you're hosting me, Mr. Liki, you are not hosting an ordinary man. Sorry to say, but I said that because I wanted to raise my point out. I've been able to participate or to actually attend these tournaments. Chan. I was in Uganda in 2016. But also, I was in Morocco in 2018.
I wouldn't want you to first continue with the Chan thing. I want to first to take you back to your agent role in the country.
Yes.
What does a sports agent do? What do you do exactly?
Oh, to bring it direct to the listener, to understand what an international football agent does or what a football agent does. It's the new version of a scout or football scouting. And like you see a musician, Eddie Kenzo, if you want to contact musician Eddie Kenzo or Jose Chameleone, you don't contact Jose Chameleone, you contact his manager. Though in football it is in a professional way, you have to study, you have to pass exams, and you have to be certified to be with to manage these young players or to manage big players and put them at a different stage. So what we normally do is scout these players, sign with them, negotiate with them to be your clients, and then you start looking market for them. So when you hear Alan Okero is playing in Algeria at Paladou, that is the work we do. Players don't take themselves beyond Uganda, and even here in Uganda we negotiate contracts and represent their rights as players.
Quite interesting.
Thank you.
Back to Chan. You've been part of Chan. Give us what we need to know from you about Chan.
Yeah, for me, Chan is first of all, like I said, it's a blessing to every Ugandan to have it here. Much as it is going to be shared by 3 countries, but each match counts. And to me, hosting the defending champions, the finalists of the last edition, Algeria, who lost to Senegal 1-0. To find them in our group, it's a very big blessing for us, not only for the players but also for the people in Uganda, because we are going to have different faces in the country. Different guys are coming in. Guys with hotels are going to make money. Guys with the food vendors are going to make money. The tourist centers are going to make money. It's about you using the opportunity and get some money, but also the connections. You don't just go to Nambole to watch the game and go back. If you see someone in a French jazz or in an Nigerian jazz, please approach him or her, make a friend. You never know what tomorrow will bring. Maybe at one moment you will be in Nigeria or Algeria and you have no one to contact. That very person is your friend. So to me, as a football agent, first of all, it brings direct connections to me and of course my business, but also on the other perspective, these football players, if you're playing Nigeria, or rather if you're playing Guinea, look at where Guinea players are playing from. In Borussia Dortmund, some of them have been at Liverpool. Naby Keita, the current senior captain of the Guinea national team. Then we are also going to be playing South Africa. South Africa is currently the most competitive league in Africa. It simply means the scouts will be coming here when Uganda is playing South Africa, when Uganda is playing Algeria, like I said. These are the super powers of African football. So the scouts are going to be coming in, and there is a big opportunity for one playing for a player like a player playing at Villa to be watched by maybe scouts from Borussia Dortmund, maybe scouts from Barcelona. This is a continental tournament where it is not on the FIFA calendar, but it is just a matter of time, because if I can remind you, in 2009 when they started, there were only eight teams, and I can now tell you there are so many. So to me, this is a big chance for us as Ugandans, not only to target money, but also to make connections, but also to learn from different cultures.
Okay.
So to me, this is a big one, and we should embrace it. We also need to say, much as it has not been advertised,
publicized. Yes.
That's not our case. The case is, are the games going to be there? Yes.
But as a public broadcaster, you've actually tried.
Yeah, we did much as they did not give us money, but we thank God.
Maybe the money will be released soon, or today or later. You never know.
But whether it is there or not, we shall do the work.
Yes. Ngobi George, in terms of sports development, CAF comes with a lot of opportunities. I've actually just had Ronnie speak to us about some of the opportunities.
Yes.
Just talking to an Algerian who is a fan and making a friend. And let's look at the sports development. What do you think this CAF tournament really has when it comes to impacting on sports development in Uganda?
It has done quite a well, especially when it comes to sports development. First, let's talk about the infrastructure development.
Yeah.
apart from renovating Nambole Stadium, putting it up to standard world class, but you've seen renovation of stadiums such as Kadiba Ground in Uganda. You've seen improving Chambogo.
The training grounds.
Training grounds.
Yes.
You go to Wankulkuku and see Wankulkuku now has world-class dressing rooms. They have floodlights.
Okay.
So you can see that it has really spread into infrastructure development.
Okay.
And it will not be the same if you go to Hoima, for example. The speed at which Hoima National Stadium is taking off, and it has brought a lot of excitement. That region is going to benefit from that world-class stadium, because I saw the latest pictures of Hoima Stadium. It's quite amazing. It's very beautiful, better than the Nambole Stadium. When it comes to the beauty.
Okay. All right.
Although it has a relatively small seating capacity, but it has brought a lot of excitement in that region there.
Okay.
And we are going to see a lot of talent sprout. What I'm scared of, it may turn into a white elephant.
Okay.
Because we've seen countries that host. Remember, Brazil hosted the World Cup a few years back, but most of the stadia became white elephants. So we hope that they don't become dormant after the tournament.
Okay.
Maybe to remind to add on, it is to remind Ugandans that Uganda, this is just a kasiki, because we are hosting 2027 African Cup of Nations. That is an international tournament. It's a big one, and like you see Pamoja 2024 Chan. It is called Pamoja 2024 because we joined Tanzania and Kenya, and this is it is history. We are making a record as the first 3 countries to host a tournament in Africa. But also, when Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania won the bid to host African Cup of Nations 2027, this is like testing us, because this tournament was supposed to be there in Feb 2024, but because East Africa was not ready, and the president of CAF, Dr. Patrick Mosepe, who is also the owner of Mamelodi Sundowns, said no, we have to wait for let us make East African ready. When East Africa got ready, here the tournament is, and this is to prepare for us for what is coming next. The reason why you see the other stadiums, because for this Chan tournament, we are only going to have one stadium. We are using one stadium officially for the matches, and that is Mandela National Stadium. Many people still make mistakes, including my fellow journalists. They still call it Nambole. It is not Nambole. It is called Mandela National Stadium, and it is located in Nambole. Like you hear, UBC is at Nile Avenue, and you still call it Nile Avenue. It's a mistake, but we all learn from different mistakes. And to add on more, the infrastructure to inform people who have actually not been able to be at Nambole, rather to Mandela, sorry, it is that now all the lights that have been there were removed, and we have now the international lights at a standard of FIFA.
Okay.
All the lights that were in Nambole, like can I say, when we watched Uganda and South Africa, when Uganda played Nigeria, all those lights are no longer there. When you go to Nambole now, it's like you are actually at Old Trafford or at Wembley. The stadium is in a very good shape. But also, what is more important, and what is actually more sweet now, is that they have installed video assistant referees cameras. There are those microchips, the video assistant referee, then maybe VAR. And I want to assure you that when the tournament ends, they are not going to remove the cameras. The cameras are going to remain there. So that is to say, in any case, if a game is played in Nambole, whether they say Uganda Cup, whether we say Vipers and KCCA, whether Uganda is playing, they can decide to use VAR. It will be up to the organizers of any tournament, of any league, and we could see many other things coming up. Like you said, Kadiba, who knows? Maybe they're also going to think about installing VAR at Kadiba Stadium, and more also. Then also an assurance to Ugandans, these stadiums are not going to actually fade after Chan. Many clubs are going to take over. We are praying for Hoima Stadium also to be done, because when it is done, there are two big clubs there. We have Buhimba Saints United, they are in the Uganda Super League, but also we have the former Uganda Cup winners, Chitala Football Club.
Yes.
So these are very many, good clubs, and I believe there are some other clubs that are coming up.
Interesting.
And trust me, with this CHAN, there are so many other big men, who are rich, who are going to have, an idea of maybe making a club.
Yeah,
we have not so been lucky as a country, as in many of our big investors, people who have money, they only think about, building lodges, building bars. they are not thinking about investing in football. Yet football is a big investment. When you go to countries like Mali, Nigeria, people invest in money. People put in, their money in academies. One of the reasons why I still believe Uganda is going to probably put up a big show here in Uganda, it is because I believe for us, our league is more strong than many of these big countries, like Mali or Guinea, Senegal, Cameroon. Recently, I was in Senegal, and when I came, I was discussing with one of my friends in Kigali. They hosted me in a show, and they were asking me, what is so different? How comes these clubs in Senegal or these clubs in Nigeria, where we believe they are superstars, how comes they do not perform well in CAF Champions League? And the answer is simple. For this, if you see any player playing in Nigeria Premier League, that is in Uganda we call it a chikonwa. If you see any person playing in Cameroon Premier League, that is a chikonwa.
Leftovers.
The real young good players in Nigeria, they leave Nigeria when they are 19 years.
Okay.
If they scout you in their academies, because there are over 200 academies in Nigeria, though in those academies they are scouts from Manchester, from Barcelona. Every weekend they are scouts from those big clubs. So what normally happens at 18, 19, they start scouting you, monitoring you from 17. When you make 19 years, you are taken to Europe. That is Mali, Guinea, Senegal, Nigeria, and Ghana. That's why any club like in Uganda, KCCA, if they meet a club from Senegal, it will be a walkover, because the players who are playing in Senegalese league are not so strong. The strong players are taken away. I mean, people who play, like, can I say, we have A class, we have B class, C class, A, B class, A, B, C classes are taken away. Now the other ones who just try, the leftovers, like my friend, my brother said, they are the ones playing in those leagues. But for us here in Uganda, our cream the cream. We even have a player like Yunus Sentamu, whom you believe had opportunities, or rather had potential to be in Barcelona. At one moment, he went to club Malaga in Spain, and passed the trials, but he couldn't be released by his club then, Sfaxien from Tunisia.
Interesting.
So we go the fight. We will surely try to win, and I believe in a home factor, the fans, the ambience, and the motivation. So I believe the boys have what it takes to surely make it.
All right. Earlier on, I actually told you guys to give us a call. I have one guy here again. Good morning.
Liki Juma, for 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah, since we have two other sportsmen in the building, I have a question about fortified referees who nurtured from Uganda. Ugandan who at least can be to the level of African tournament.
Hosting the African tournament, or as referees?
Yes, as a continental.
Hey, we have so many of those.
I'm not aware about them.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not aware about them. And what are the classification? Okay, what are the qualification of who to qualify to be, let me say, international referee? Which school do they go to? Because Ugandan, I think we are gambling.
All right, okay. But no, I don't believe we are gambling. I think, Santos, Ronnie, Santos, we have names that have actually represented us, of course. They work with FIFA rather.
Yeah, to be at such a tournament, you must have a FIFA badge.
Exactly.
And I must correct my friend, not actually correct him, allow me inform him that currently the best FIFA referee from Africa is a Ugandan, and her name's Shamira Nabada. So Shamira Nabada, a very young lady, for me, not to black. I must say I'm so much proud of her, because I was her, can I say, I'm one of the people who scouted her to play for my secondary school. Then I was the head of sports at Citizens High School in Sinjiro, that is western part, and she was a football player in my team. We even qualified for East African Games in Arusha, in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. She was part of them, so I've seen her grow. She's a young lady, very young. She's not even 30. She's very young.
She's young, actually.
Very young, and
I watched her officiate at the.
She has been at African
at the Women's Africa Cup, and she was among the top 4 referees.
She even officiated the semi-final. She officiated an opener, Morocco and Ghana. I mean,
we also have the likes of Oloya Wilberforce.
Yes, Engineer Williams Oloya, who was a worker at UBC.
Exactly.
We have Ashadu Semere. There are so many referees, also in this tournament we have 3 officials who are going to be part. That is Shamira Nabada, Luce Razare Kasarirwa, and assistant referee Ronald Katenya. These have been FIFA referees for close to 5 or 10 years. So to me, like you said, it is about you contacting the federation. FIFA has always organized these, trainings. You start from, of course, 0, but you make it. And if it is passion, rather, if you have passion, or if you are passionate about becoming a referee, it's not hard. You can easily make it.
Okay. So, Joma, man, we have so many referees from Uganda who have actually participated in this FIFA continental tournaments. Now, Santos, this is a quick one. The league, the tournament, is actually presenting a rare platform for homegrown players to shine for the continental stage. And with scouts and clubs closely monitoring the standout performances, and that is very key. You actually mentioned something about that. I want us to talk about the squad. Uganda have actually named the squad, and these guys have actually been for training. For a quick one, to the people that do not know much more about our squad, what are some of the faces that we need to be aware of, and that will be able to display some good games for us? I mean, we need to be aware.
Yeah. What I have observed as with my little experience as an international football agent and a journalist as well, I have learned that in such tournaments that the players you expect always don't flourish.
True.
It is, can I say, 4 out of 10. So to me, I expect, of course, more. Can I say? I expect more surprises. Thank you. Because when you look at the squad, of course, as we are going into this tournament, we have our strong pillars. Our strong pillars, of course, we'll start with Alan Okero. We have Patrick Jonah Kakande. This is a player at Villa who has done it all. Very exciting and very good attacking midfielder, good at dribbling, with power shooting, and have got an eye for a goal. Same as, Alan Okero, so skillful, very talented, so fast, and that magical touch. Is also that fantastic player. Then we cannot really underrate Sentamu.
Actually, he's the only He's the only player who was featured at Chan.
Yeah, in 2014. In South Africa. Sure. So to me, Yunus Sentamu is an old player who is experienced, and he is one of the most technical forwards we have had as a country. I think in our generation, only Emmanuel Okwi beat Simon that. That's a fact. Yunus Sentamu is a natural finisher. Then we also have another player, Enoch Sebagala, who was at NEC. They tried to win the league, but unfortunately they couldn't, and now he has joined the defending champions Viper Sports Club. He's another big talented player. Then we have Jude Semugabi, formerly at Chitala. I understand he's joining one club in Sudan, in South Sudan, called Jamut. It's not yet official though. But also we have an exciting right winger. He can play right wing, he can play right back. That is Lazaro Muhindo. He's a boy from Kasese who joined the KCCA from Chitala Football Club. He's another big player. Then we have Nicholas Mwere from Jinja at Port FC. He's another big player that you really expect him to be better. For the first time, to have a Mnyankole name on the the squad and not just there to represent, but to participate, and you expect much from him. Hilary Mukundane. This is also one of the big boys, and to me currently is the best centre back in Uganda. He hails from Shema, that is Western Uganda. He started his his game of football at now Ntoda Football Club, call it Kalo Kalonji Football Club, but back then it was called Ntoda United. Then from Ntoda United he went to Mbarara City Football Club. By then it was called Citizens FC. Now Mbarara City Football Club. From Mbarara City he joined Vipers. He have won 3 league titles, 2 Uganda Cup trophies. And I think he's that player that you really expect him to put up a big performances, especially in such a tournament. And he's not just an ordinary player. Then, I expect, if I was going to give a player that will, surprise us, or I have so much hopes in this boy called Jonah Kakande. Yes. I believe he's going to be our man. I believe he's going to be our torch. And if there is going to be more light in Nambole, this boy have got all the batteries.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
There's a young boy called Shafiki
Kwikiriza. He's a very good player, but I managed to watch 2 or 3 trainings.
Yes.
He will not be able to start because you see he plays from the Franks, and from what I have seen, and the coaches, the formation, the system, put praise 4-5-1. That is the original version of 4-4-2. He usually plays with 3 wingers and 1 striker. In this case, I am looking at him playing Yunus Sentamu as a striker, but adding on another striker because of Yunus. Yunus is also a striker that can play from all flanks. He can play from a left wing or right wing, and more also Yunus is that player that always want to play from from deep. That means there will be another striker. Now, the striker is most likely going to be Anyama, the boy from Karokarunji to KCCA. He managed to score 6 goals from 9. I'm thinking of this boy because of his shape. He's the most energetic striker we have in the league, and of course in the squad. That simply means because we're going to play these Arabs, Niger, Algeria, we might need someone strong to put up that fight up there. That means Yunus and Anyama are going to be leading the line. That is the strikers. Then the wingers, I am still confused because he will not play Alan Okero and Kakande in the same midfield. It simply means one of the two is going to use the wing, and you cannot bench Kakande, neither Okero. So it means he's going to play Kakande is going to accommodate Kakande and Okero in the same squad, but playing different roles. That is to say, Kakande might use the right wing or play the left wing. Then we have either Jude Semugabi or Usama Alafat in the other wing. So that becomes very, very hard for really Kwikiriza to start. I can barely say I can even predict he might not make 20 minutes in the entire tournament. He would be very much lucky, because not because he's not strong, not because he's not good, but because of the people at stake. They are so good players. Look at Osama, look at Jude Semugabe, who had better seasons. Look at, of course, this man Kakande, like we said. The effect of Kakande is going to, because Kakande plays the same number with Alan Okero. These are superstars, and it would be a very big mistake if the coaches decide not to play them together.
Okay, Santos and George, the first opening game is Tanzania Burkina Faso. It's going to be a very historical event opener in Tanzania. Santos, we have the first fixtures that is actually going to take place today, and we're looking forward to other fixtures. I mean, what more do we have to know about that, since we're running out of time?
Today's group, the Burkinabes and the Tanzania Taifa Stars. Fact is, the Burkinabes sound more strong, But my friend, when you look at the leagues, we need to go back to the leagues.
Yes.
2023, Tanzania as a Premier League, Tanzania Premier League representatives, that is young Africans, played up to the finals of CAF Confederations Cup, that is the Europa of Africa. Then last season, Simba Sports Club, the Giants, Wasimbazi, they played up to the finals of the CAF Confederations Cup. This doesn't usually come, easy. However, it is a big disappointment that the time of this tournament doesn't match with the way clubs are planning. Like I said, it is not on the FIFA calendar.
Okay.
Clubs like Simba, clubs like Azam, clubs like Singida, clubs like Young Africans have not availed their players. They have not made their players available because they are already preparing for CAF Champions League. I remind you that CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup will be starting in September. I think in a week's time we are going to be knowing the opponents and the draws. But I think this Tanzanian league is so strong.
Yeah, so strong.
And I believe Tanzania, they have a big chance to actually qualify from this group because they are at home. And sorry to say, Tanzanian people love football than any country in East Africa.
True.
The fans will be going in. I saw you saying the other game in Kenya is sold out. It is because of the Congolese. Kenya and Congo are like neighbors.
Yeah.
So the Congolese also love football, they love more also their national team. But also in Uganda, we love our national team. I want to confirm to you that by the time I came in here, less than 200, I think 400 tickets ordinary. Ordinary, yes. Let me, if I can confirm now.
Have you got yourself one, Leaky?
So your ticket, sorry, you might not watch the game tomorrow, on Monday, because I was confirmed. Let me confirm now. I tell you how many tickets are remaining ordinary.
Okay. Only for
ordinary, the ones of 10,000. Yes, you can. This is it. For section 8 ordinary, 247 left. For 9,000, they are already done. Yes.
And I think by
section 9, the tickets are already done. Section 10 already done. We have not so many tickets, so it will be up to you to either it on UBC TV.
If you've not bought yourself online, actually,
but I think the VVIP tickets are still there. But this is ordinary tickets.
Only 200 remain.
I think by
then available tickets. Selection section 16. 155 tickets left. Section 1 sold out. Section 2 sold out. So we have
we've gotten to know that there's no buying tickets on the D-Day of the match.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the good thing is the 10K ticket, the ordinary comes with 2 matches.
Yeah,
Quite interesting.
2 matches, yes.
Same as VIP and VVIP.
The whole package.
Wow. Quite interesting. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Maybe just to add on what Santon said about having infrastructure like the video assistant referee, we also have the goal line touchline technology introduced so that you can know that the ball has not crossed.
Okay.
That is also it's a package that is added to the buffet that we are going to have in Chan tournament.
All right. Santos, man, and George Ngobi, we just have 4 minutes to wrap today's edition of the Ground Zero, and we've been talking about the grand opening of Chan 2024. Your last messages, Santos, what are we looking forward to Monday and the games coming through today and tomorrow, and what advice do you have for Ugandans?
To me, my advice is to of course call upon Ugandans. We keep it safe, because people still know Uganda as one of the most hospitable countries. Please, let's keep it safe. Let's really welcome our visitors in a good way. We treat them as visitors, and please, we are going for the game. It's not war. It's not a war. And in football, for those of you who are just coming in for the first time, and for those of you who have been in football and you don't know how to define it, in football you lose some and win some. If we don't win on Monday, it is not the end of the day. We can actually win, lose, or draw. There are no more results that you expect, although you go to number expecting more. So this Uganda team match, as it is very good, it is very easy for us to be beaten 10-0. If I remind you, in 2014, Brazil was hosting the World Cup. The World Cup, and we are talking about Brazil, who have won the World Cup more than any other country in the world. They were humiliated 7-0 in Rio de Janeiro. 7-0.
I remember that.
So Uganda is not bigger than Brazil. We can be 10-0. Don't leave the stadium.
All right.
By the way,
come back the next game.
By the way, finally, we are in a very tough group.
Yeah, sure.
In a tough group, because if you're playing against Algeria, you're playing against South Africa. The good thing Santos mentioned about maybe we are lucky because South Africa is preparing for Champions League.
Mamelodi, Orlando, and
so
some other
probably we are not going to have a solid South African team that would have been featured.
But still, my brother, best league in Africa, it doesn't come like that.
True.
So you expect them still to have the best.
True.
All right. Thank you so much, Ronnie Santos, for coming through. Hey, the super agent, yeah? That's how you call yourself. Ngobi George, my colleague, thank you so much for taking your time. That has been your Ground Zero for today's edition. I will be able to bounce back next week. Chan, grand opening is today. Our fixtures are in for Monday. All these actions will be live on all our platforms, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The land of Harambe.
That was Ground Zero Season 2, a production of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC, inspiring Uganda. Welcome to Ground Zero Season 2, a show that brings you in-depth discussion ranging from politics, health, finance, sports, and so much more. Ground Zero Season 2.
At UBC Radio, all our radio network across the country is committed to inform, entertain, educate and guide for national transformation.
Our own radio, UBC, should set its own example. Leka bano abatafa ku bantu baffe bagumaza ndowooza Muganda kitwa kugumaza to divert people. Let our own UBC bring programs to educate the people so that abagala kugumaza babeereyo bagumaza. They can advise, guide, and people in time will judge the one who is their friend and who is just using them.
Tune into UBC Radios for credible socio-economic programs. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
That was Ground Zero Season 2, a production of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Playing Uganda's #1 hit.